tasting the soup right now and it's making sense.
Would you say that Martin soup is delicious?
Martin soup is definitely delicious, and I kind of want another taste.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know, it's B, it's your girl KylerB coming at you with a new video. So today we're going to be talking about Love Island Season 9, Episode 30, and we're going to be talking about basically everything that I didn't talk about from the last video to now. Obviously, we're currently in Casa Amor, and before they went to Casa Amor, almost a lot of couples just felt okay, except for Shaq and Tanya were basically on the rocks. Kai and Olivia, after being in the bottom place, they felt some type of way, because Casey and Claudia were basically not seen as least compatible. So they were just like, for somebody who's been here for weeks and then somebody who's been here for like a couple of days, it just seems like, wow. So obviously the girls went off to Casa Amor, they got them out of there, in their towels and robes, which were just so foul, because it's just like they got a text and then they just started running in their robes and towels with like their makeup bags, which is just like, what? Obviously, the guys, realized the girls were gone, first day in Casa Amor. So in this episode, they always hit it off with the raunchy races to basically break the ice, make it a little bit loose in the villa, make everybody do something that they wouldn't probably would do without this game being in play. So the game was here, the villa won, but they always be like, oh, the villa gets to win a game, gets to win a party at the end of it. I mean, at the end of the day, the cast, whoever wins, they still get to dress up, get their little glass of champagne flutes and still chatter talk. Like, what type of party? I mean, I guess they would just have some music, but that's about it. But other than that, there's really no big party. So after that, we first see Olivia. I don't know who she's talking to because some of these guys' names I don't really know. But Olivia was talking to some guy, and they get up and then go from outside to inside, and then they start talking and then basically shared a kiss, because she was like, Kai, who? Casey talking to Sinem, and they're talking and he kissed Sinem. So then next thing you know, Cynthia pulls Casey for a chat. They chat, blah blah blah, because in the raunchy races game, she basically said she picked the two people that she thinks that were fit were Tom and Casey. So basically it shows that she really just likes Tom or Casey. So she talks to Casey, they had a little chit chat, and then basically it was kind of a question, not really an invitation, but she asked Casey, or Casey asked her if they can share a bed. And obviously, so after kissing Sinem, he invites Cynthia to bed with him. So then, Shaq also in the beginning was talking to Layla, and they were having a little banter, but it wasn't too serious. Next thing you know, Will, later that night, was also talking to Layla or Livia. I think it's Lydia or Layla. I think it's Layla. He kissed her not once, but twice. So then after he kissed her multiple times, he decides to go into the confessional and be like, oh, what Jesse will think. Then you got Jesse on the other hand being like, I don't know, Will has nothing, has done nothing to ever make me not trust him. And now Will over here kissing people outside of challenges now. He's kissing people outside of challenges. He's kissing people. Ron, because Ron messed up countless times in the villa, I don't think Ron's gonna move mad, but Will is moving mad. So in the villa, in the Casa Amor, after Olivia chats with the girls about her kiss, Tanya basically says that the soup is delicious with Martin. Martin's soup is delicious.
Tasting the soup right now and it's making sense.
Would you say that Martin soup is delicious?
Martin's soup is definitely delicious and I kind of want another taste.
So I was just like, girl, you're saying this on day 2 of Casa Amor. And the thing is the reason why Shaq and Tanya's situation is very messy because they already said their L bombs to each other, which is like, I can understand them being together from the beginning and they didn't get to stray or explore any options, but they've been together since the beginning. Tanya basically got to speak to David. Then Shaq also had the chance to speak with Zara. They've been together. They shared their love yous to each other, blah, 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 blah. They seem like this. Next thing you know, if Tanya's moving mad into Casa Amor, do you not know the uproar Shaq would have literally when the recoupling would happen? Like, I'm kind of just like worried because like I'll let Tanya do whatever, but Shaq, he got mad over a challenge. He was like heated over a challenge, Then he felt some type of way because her and Lana chat to him about how he spoke to Ron. And then, granted, being compared to an ex, or some things that you do are compared to an ex. Granted, that's the only probably thing that he should be upset about. But if Tanya either picks Martin to bring back to the villa, or there's a movie night and it shows that Tanya was, doing this, doing that, moving a little crazy up in Casa Amor, Shaq would be livid. Like, ooh, I'm kind of worried. But yeah, so Tanya and Martin are basically hitting it off. He said that they go together real bad.
Martin and TT.
Martin and TT go together real bad.
Do you think so?
Yeah. I can't rhyme soon, yeah.
I feel something in the air between me and you. I'm just trying to figure out what the something is in the air. That's why I'm like, oh, my head is spinning. It's
spinning. Tanya and Martin, blah, 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 go together real bad. I don't know. So Tanya's basically like, Shaq who? She just basically a couple more days in that Casa Amor. I think that Tanya may recouple. Especially, the thing is that I don't know if her betrayal or her whatever she does in Casa Amor is going to be real big, because in the preview, we didn't see her and Martin.
What made life hard for you?
Yeah. Thought that's what you're here to do.
Continues.
We saw Tom, with some other girl. We saw Will. We saw Casey. Which is like, if Tom or Casey kind of do something, it's just like, Tom relationship with Sammy wasn't that long. He just finally realized he really liked her. So if he moved, just whatever. Casey and Claudia just coupled up literally 3 days ago. So it's just like, if Casey moves mad and finds somebody he likes more during this Casa Amor situation, you can't really feel bad, really, because Claudia just got in the villa. Casey really, they kissed each other a couple of times, but that's about it. He never really declared anything. So if he moved mad, he recoupled, you can't really get upset. Now, the biggest thing is just the Tanya and Shaq of it all, because they were so quick to say these very meaningful words together, and then they're doing something. I don't think Shaq is going to move any mad, because Ron and Shaq are basically being buddies and sleeping outside on the day beds, basically, while all the girls are basically sleeping with one of the Casa Amor people, which they can do that. Tanya hasn't really crossed any boundaries per se as kissing outside of a challenge, so she's okay in that situation that she didn't move crazy, because obviously she is, chatting up with Martin and all that stuff, and having these little chats. But because the thing is that in the beginning, if anybody forgot, Tanya didn't kiss Shaq for a couple of episodes. Every time Shaq wanted to kiss Tanya, she was like, no, not yet, or this is not the time. So I don't think her and Martin's gonna have a kiss outside of a challenge anytime soon, because when she was first coupled up with Shaq, she basically, made him wait to get a kiss from her outside of a challenge. Like inside of a challenge, okay. And even inside of a challenge, she barely kissed him. So I don't think she's gonna kiss Martin like that outside of a challenge or at all. So I just think that they're just chatting it up and having these little banter chats, and she might, be testing the waters, but I don't think anything's gonna be. I feel like she just might have her little fun and then realize, she's kind of in too deep right now with Shaq. So, Ron, he's not moving mad. I don't think Lana's gonna really do anything at all. I think Claudia, Olivia, and then that's about it that are really gonna move any type of mad. Sammy, we have to see what she will do, but that's about it in terms of who's probably gonna recouple. Olivia was just basically talking about how Kai was in the bottom 3 times, so I feel like for her sake she may recouple just to try to save herself. But the thing is that not a lot of people like Olivia, so it's not just you. Like, it's not just Kai, it's you as well. So, but I just feel like if they do a movie night in this winter season, it's gonna go crazy, because the things like Casey basically told Will and Shaq that you guys need to loosen up basically and like explore during Casa Amor. So basically the person who egged people on. But I feel like Casey is also gonna, obviously, going from Sanam to Cynthia and then whoever else is in the villa. I think Casey's having his fun because, he didn't have his time. But the thing is, Will is kind of really, a 180 from Will. Like, Will is basically 1 foot out of the door between the first couple of weeks in the villa. Jesse came along, and the fact that, Casa Amor day 2, he's already kissing people outside of challenges after him and Jesse did what they did, they did what they did, it kind of just shows like, everybody liked Will, and then now Will's moving mad. He's the only guy who moved real mad so far. And then on the girls' side, it's really Olivia, but no one really cares for Olivia and Kai's relationship. So it's really Shaq and Tanya's relationship, and Tanya's on the brink of doing something that's like outside of challenge. So I'm just like, that's the only thing. I think she is moving mad because she's, chatting it up with Martin.
What is Martin doing?
Oh, man, I'm so tired.
I know, right? I feel like we could stay out here all night and not even be bothered about anyone else.
He's kissing her shoulder, she's kissing him on the cheek and da-da-da-da. And then, I don't know, Tanya, don't do this. Like, you're gonna give Shaq a heart attack. Like, it's not even a joke. Like, the man gets amped up so easily. So this is kind of like, whoa. But anyways, let's see what happens at the rest of the Casa Amor. Let's see what's going to go on. I feel like it's going to be like a few, probably like 3 or 4 recouplings from the girls. And maybe 2 or 3 recouplings from the guys. That's about it. I'm not sure. This is me guesstimations. But anyway, guys, if you like the video, comment down below, your thoughts, comments, concerns, and you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Peace.